Hey, welcome back guys. We've got a different video today. If you remember a while back, I posted a video about a game that I made, which was about 10 years ago. And if you haven't seen that, just stick around to the end of the video and I'll leave a link so you can check that one out. But today I'm bringing you a project that was 4 years ago, so this was a bit more recent. This project was called Galaxy Crash. Now, instead of just myself, we was in a team of 3 this time. And we had a guy named Jamie White, who was the lead programmer. We had a guy called Adam Gardner, who was an artist. He did sound and some music. And then there was myself, who was the generalist when it comes to the art and the 3D modelling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight onto our Kickstarter page, which failed, obviously, which is why I'm a YouTuber. It was an unsuccessful. We was asking for £30,000. And I'll go through the bullet points of why we needed that amount of money at the time. But we only actually made £158 of our £30,000 goal. So it didn't go very well. But I think that was down to our online presence. We started making the game and then just went online and said, oh, hey, look, everybody, we're making a game. Come give us some money. It doesn't work like that. You need to be a part of a community, or you need to be invested in something where people know you, and without that, you're destined to fail. So if anybody is making an indie game out there, just make sure you get yourselves in all communities, get yourselves everywhere, advertise yourself. Twitter, really powerful tool, but at the time we didn't understand all that, and we was just trying to promote this game on just promotion alone. So yeah, there's a few tips anyway for our failed Kickstarter. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play the video. So if you guys are interested, you can watch that. I'll flick it up on the screen.
Hello everyone, my name is Jamie White and I am the lead programmer and company director of Raging Bear. We're here to tell you a little bit about our first video game project, Galaxy Crash. So, Galaxy Crash is a 3D tower defense game set in the far future in the year 2133. So we came up with the idea of Galaxy Crash around 12 months ago. We were still at university at the time. We recently got together again in December and decided that now the time is right, let's actually do this. So we came up with Raging Bear and started work. So the game is set in the year 2133, so way far ahead into the future. The story consists of the Earth is in a worldwide predicament because the natural resources, oil and whatnot, is basically almost gone, and the human race succumbed to their greediness and inability to maintain a green lifestyle. Thankfully now we have the technology to travel to other star systems and visit other planets. However, there is just one problem with that. There is an evil alien bug race, and they have decided to target all the planets that we want to excavate the fuels from and take it for their own. So a typical level consists of one of these planets, and your goal is to set up a base, or a defense if you like, in order to secure the planet. Because at the same time, the evil alien bug race is coming down to take the planet for their own.
I'm Adam, one of the artists on Galaxy Crash. I'm mainly dealing with the aliens, and I'm going to tell you a bit about how the game works. So Galaxy Crash is a game with 3 major concepts. The first one is that planets have limited resources. The second one is that aliens are trying to extract these resources before humans do.
The mechanic of the planetary resources is quite important because that's basically your lifeline. If an enemy is left untouched for a certain amount of time, they will ignore what's going on around them and start draining resources, and this will be flagged up on the HUD.
And the third one, which is really important, is that everything depends on sunlight for power in some way.
The sunlight is required by the player in order to build and maintain power to the towers, whereas the bugs require the sunlight in order to maintain an advantage over the player through the use of special abilities.
So sunlight offers a key strategic element to Galaxy Crash, because both the teams in the game rely on the sunlight for power. By manipulating the sunlight and shadows that fall across a planet, you can effectively change the way an enemy attacks.
It should be noted, however, that not all of the bugs actually prefer the sunlight, but are in fact neutral, or they actually prefer the darker side.
That's the basic concept behind Galaxy Crash, that and protect the planetary resources and defeat the alien menace.
As a team of 3, and the fact that we're new as well, we recognise that there are a lot of risks and challenges coming ahead of us. Kickstarter obviously allows us to get the public involved and help us back this project, and you get the creative freedom.
We want this game to happen, and we can't do it without your backing. So if you can pledge any amount, we've got some great rewards. You can find all of those on our Kickstarter page, and I hope it interests you enough to chuck some money our way.
We'd really appreciate any support you can give us in order to bring you a final version of the game.
Help us make the game the best it could be, and I ask for your support to help make this vision into a reality. I'm Jamie White, and I thank you for watching this video.
Alright, so that was the our Kickstarter video that we made to go onto the page for the funding, and to be honest, it wasn't very good. At the time, we really thought that we knew what we were doing. We'd spent years and years learning all of this stuff, and we really thought we was ready to make a game, but we knew nothing about the advertising. And I think that's why it failed. I mean, while it was, this was our first build. This was our very, very early alpha build. Well, actually, more closer to a prototype than anything else. But what you actually see there is everything that was implemented programming-wise and UI-wise. That was Jamie. The sound design and everything, I don't know how far we got along with that, but that was Adam, as well as I'm pretty sure that he modelled the enemy bug and the enemy spaceship, and then all the other art is mine. So the planet, the procedural textures, the skybox, the towers, the animation for the towers, everything else you see was all done by me, and we spent God knows how long just really pushing and really trying to get this done. At the time, I just had my first son as well, so he was 3 weeks old, so I was getting next to no sleep. I was working 24/7, I was working my other job, and it was just a really, really stressful time for myself in particular. And I'm pretty sure the other guys were getting pretty stressed as well, because in between that we was also working another job for a big company, doing some pre-visualization work for a big company. Which I'll go into detail on that in another video, maybe, if I can find the files for that one, because it's been so long that we've all had new computers, we've all had new gadgets and everything, and stuff just kind of gets lost, or it's on a hard drive somewhere, and before you know it, poof, it's gone. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here. So the game features, it was going to be a 50 level campaign across 5 fictional star systems. We had a strong emphasis on sunlight, which affects the level state and its new inhabitants. Various upgradable weapons can be placed on the planet. Various special weapons for offensive and defensive attacks. Achievements to unlock. Various extra mini games and challenges to unlock. Leaderboards for competitive players. So we had everything planned out quite well. Let's scroll down a bit further. Okay, so here we go. So why were we asking for the money? Why pledge? So the bullet points here was the money, the £30,000 was going to be split between 3 people, and this was for the full-time development of the game. Funds to acquire a few extra helping hands, so maybe a little bit of extra sound design, or maybe some more professional work that we needed doing that we couldn't do ourselves. Funds we can put towards developing a soundtrack, which that was going to be Adam's job. He was going to do the soundtrack, and then obviously funds for all the software that we needed, because we only had unlicensed copies. And when I say unlicensed, I just mean student editions, because at the time we were all in education, and obviously if we were planning to make a game and sell it, we needed to have the correct equipment to do that properly. And we also wanted to expand into the mobile market, so the game was going to be played on tablet or phone. So what you would do was rotate the planet around with your finger, and then you drag onto the screen what tower you wanted where. And the whole visualization of what you saw was a really early concept. We had plans to really go big, and like you see, we had some asteroids, we had some planets, we had all sorts of different things we was going to do, and they were going to get bigger and bigger. There was going to be more pathways, there was going to be maybe puzzle elements to it as well, but we just never got that far along in development. So that's pretty much that. And obviously we was going to have that playable on Windows, Mac and Linux as well, but it never happened. So let's move on to the pledges. The pledges was it was pledge £1 or more, and we will use your name in a creative way to name a planet or star system featured in the game. We got one backer for that, so that was £1. Then we had a pledge £4 or more. You will be provided with a finished digital copy of the game playable Windows, Mac and Linux. We got 17 backers for that, so that was pretty good. Then going down a bit further, we had one pledge £30 or more. You'll be where are we? Pledge £30 or more. You'll be provided with a copy of the finished game. In addition, you will receive a Galaxy Crash mug and mouse mat, because everybody needs a mug and mouse mat, of course. And especially if it's branded with something that you paid for in the first place. Then we actually had one backer for that as well, which was quite surprising. Then we had pledge £40 or more, and this one was you'll be provided with a copy of the finished game along with your choice of a Galaxy Crash or Raging Bear t-shirt. So obviously Raging Bear was the studio name we were under. The logo was designed by myself again. We went through quite a few different iterations of that. If I can find any others, I'll put them up on the screen, all the different logos that we were working on. But I'm pretty sure I've only got the one final logo, and the rest are scrapped. But we also had one pledge for the £40 as well, which so the money was coming on. And then now we move into the ridiculous ones, which was pledge £70 or more, and it was you'll be provided with a copy of the finished game. In addition, you'll receive a Raging Bear hooded top. We got no backers because £70 for a hoodie and a £4 game probably seemed like quite a lot of money in hindsight now, but that was all down to, obviously, we checked out how much it would cost to get these hoodies manufactured and printed on and sent out, and we was offering to send them out anywhere in the world without anyone having to pay postage, but that was quite a lot of money. And then we got the next one, the final one, which was £150 or more. It was you'll be provided with a copy of the finished game. In addition, we will send you a high quality 3D print of the game's tower or enemies. We got no backers, but we did at the time actually have a 3D printer, and since then it's actually down here, my one. Since then I've built another one, which, well, it's almost finished anyway. I need to get a replacement part because I broke my print head. But I've got a 3D printer down here right next to me. It's always been right next to me, up in my studio here. And that was one thing that eventually we're going to get on the channel as well. We're going to do some 3D prints and some giveaways with that once it's finished. But I just need that one piece and I can't afford it. So it's just been sitting here for a while, gathering dust, which sucks because really looking forward to using it. Anyway, again, that's for another video as well. But all in all, that was our game, Galaxy Crash. Now there's plenty of other things that I could show for different games and different things that we were doing, but I just wanted to kind of focus on one thing today, the failed Kickstarter that we had, just to kind of show you guys maybe sort of the process that we was into and what we was doing. But I mean, hey, you know, £158 money that just people just gave to you. I mean, it's pretty good for a studio that nobody knew. So you know, I'd call that a success, even if we didn't get the £30,000. But I mean, that was it anyway. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more like this, because I really like to kind of engage with everybody here. And for me, it seems to be the best way, rather than just having all my gameplay videos. It's quite nice to actually speak to you face to face, camera to face, lens to face. But yeah, no, I really enjoy making videos like this and kind of showing off some things we did, or just showing off some really random things. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because there's going to be tons and tons of different things on this channel, ranging from games, obviously 3D prints, game development. I've just started a new series called Rogue Indie Spotlight. So what I'll be doing is once a week I'll be picking a independent game that either somebody's asked me to do, or one that I feel is really good and not quite getting the coverage, and I want to spotlight that on the channel. Just again, for part of where I've been, and I kind of know a bit about how hard it is to really get a game out there. So, and I think I got to the point where my channel was growing quite nicely, and people are seeing some content now. Whereas before, when it was right at the start, I would put out hour-long videos every day for months and months on end, and nobody would watch it. But now I get at least 1 view per video, which is fantastic. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.